Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you are doing great. So this video, I wanted to do something a little special, and I'm intending to do those videos monthly, starting from now. And the goal of this is to have more personalized predictions. So it goes in pair with my other video that I did prior to that, which is all about the astrology of Gemini season. So this is going to be your personal, almost personal predictions for your sign for Gemini season. So I do encourage you to also look at my other video to have all the astrology goodness for the important dates and everything that will be going on, the important energies for Gemini season, which is going to be from May 20th until June 21st. And then we're going to dive in with the cards for your zodiac sign. So you can also look at your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign. All three of them usually bring in, let's say, complementary information. So, but also, of course, the sun and rising in second, and I would say moon in third, are going to be the most, let's say, resonating energies for you. Go with your intuition, of course. So we're going to start here with Aries. So this reading is going to be for Aries, sun, moon, or rising for Gemini season. So the whole month comprised in Gemini season. So let's do that. And in order to do so, I'm going to pull cards from the Queendom of Heaven Oracle deck and with tarot cards. So we're going to mix both. So what's going to manifest for our beautiful Aries for Gemini season, please? So we got a first card here, and then what's going to manifest? Second card that wanted to come out here, and third card for Aries for Gemini season. What's going to manifest for Aries, please, for Gemini season? Okay, so let's start here, and then I'm gonna add tarot cards. So for Aries, for Gemini season, well, first of all, we got the Scorpio card, which is all about transformation. So it's telling me that there's gonna be like a profound transformation, transmutation. We're letting go of past energies, past karma. We're letting a lot of heaviness behind. This is what I'm feeling here intuitively. Especially with the other two cards that we're having that are really beautiful. The middle card is Brigid. So it says transmute with sacred fire, use your creativity. So it's all about alchemizing, transmutation. So using everything that you've learned in the past months, the darkness, the shadows, everything that we've confronted, the obstacles, and then using our creativity in order to transform it into drive, into power, into motivation, into new ideas. So using that, and also your experience. I have also another message for some of you that you have gone through a lot of tough experiences that you can also create starting from that, or help other people with that knowledge or that new strength. And it's really talking about using your creativity in order to transmute, change the energy, but also alchemize everything that you have been experiencing. And it's telling me that Aries have been experiencing a lot of tough things. And we know that Aries, you have Saturn in your sign. For a little longer, you've had the Neptune-Saturn conjunction, which is not easy. In February, at the end of February, Saturn is still in your sign. We've had all this really strong Aries energy recently in the past months. So you probably started a lot of new things, but also with opening up new chapters and bringing in some new energies, it also calls for letting things behind and transforming and transmuting. So whenever we want to bring in something new, we also need to, of course, let something behind. And what I love about your reading is that it's ending on a really beautiful note here with the rose card. This is one of the most beautiful cards of the deck. This is, it's at the end, like the four or five last cards, I would say, are like truly, to me, when I created the deck, they were like other dimensional in terms of like frequency. They are really high frequency. And there's 44 cards in total. This one is the 42nd. And the rose is all about like reaching the frequency of love, almost like a 5D sort of feeling. And not like, of course, it can be love in the sense of relationship, but also like just being in that frequency of unconditional love, which I think is really beautiful, especially when we start with the Scorpio card, which is telling me that you've gone through a lot of obstacles and tough situations. And now we're really alchemizing a lot of that darkness into not just into light, but into pure love, so that you feel self-love, you feel love towards like the people around you, and you're able to also manifest that into healthy relationships. So let's pull tarot cards, one for Scorpio to give us indications. Okay, one for Bridget, please. For Aries. Okay, sometimes they want to come out, sometimes they don't. Bridget, okay. Oh, wow. And another one for the Rose, please. Wow. Okay, Aries. I see you. We have beautiful cards for you coming up. So if you're wondering if you're done with the hardships and the obstacles, the answer is a clear yes from the universe here. We got the Ace of Swords. So it says that you have clarity about what it was about, with like the clarity that you have gained now is like, you know, why you were confronted with those obstacles on a more soul level. So you have clarity also about how to move forward. And to me, like the Ace of Swords is also like this card of like finding a lot of motivation, drive in order to put that behind. So you're able to like put the emotions on the side and be more in a what's the word I'm looking for? Rational? Objective is the word I'm looking for. Objective way of seeing things, where you're not so attached emotionally to what's leaving. You're able to be like, oh yeah, I had to go through this karmic experience or that karmic relationship that allowed me to heal that or to confront that. And now like you've detached from the emotional attachment of that karmic stuff that was holding you back. And which I think is great. And the two beautiful cards here, like they work so well together. Bridget is the creatrix, using fire in order to transmute any kind of darkness, and she's using her creativity. And the Magician is a new start. It's manifestation. So it's saying that, like Aries during Gemini season, you have a great power of manifestation. And since it's falling in your third house, that Gemini season, the sun will transit your third house from, if you're an Aries, sun from your sun, if you're an Aries rising from your rising, and so forth. But the third house is all about writing, speaking, the words you use, making plans. So use those tools to your advantage. Like whenever you have conversations, do make sure you use the proper words in order to describe the state you want to be in, because like you're going to manifest from a higher place during Gemini season. The goal is to get to a high frequency where you feel that love frequency within your whole body, and then you can manifest from a much more powerful place, especially regarding finances is what I'm getting here for Aries. So you're going to be able to manifest, but you have to really shift your frequency. Shift your frequency, leave all the darkness behind, and really use your creativity. And creativity can be creative activities, arts, but also it can also be like having creative ideas, like creative solutions to whatever problem is arising. And it's saying like your manifestation power will be really strong, and you're going to have a lot of new beginnings during Gemini season. We had the Ace of Swords, the Magician, which are both beginning cards, and then the Page of Pentacles is also beginning something, but slowly. And your planet Mars will be in Taurus, which is a slow and steady sign, and that's like the energy of the Page of Pentacles, slow and steady. You're building slow and steady, so don't rush anything, and make sure you have like the right foundation, and that you're clear. Yeah, that's really important. You're clear about what you want to manifest, because everything else in the physical will be a consequence of what you're putting out in terms of thoughts during this month. So make sure you are clear about what you manifest, because I feel like Aries, you're going to be like the queen and king manifestors of the season. I love that for you. Okay, so now we're going to switch to another sign. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you did, do make sure you put a like to the video and you are subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't already, also do check the other video about the astrology of Gemini season. It's a really good one. There's a lot of very powerful portals opening up this month. So I wish you an amazing Gemini season, beautiful Aries. So moving on to our second sign, which is Taurus. Taurus, this reading is going to be for your Gemini season. So let's go ahead and look at the energies, what's going to manifest for our beautiful Tauruses. So Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. What's going to manifest for Taurus during Gemini season, please? Wow. Okay, we're starting strong here. And then what's going to manifest for Taurus during Gemini season? Whoa, another strong and beautiful card here for you guys. And then a third one. Okay. And I feel like I want to get tarot cards right away, and then we're going to talk about those cards. So for Taurus, one for Libra, please. Taurus, Gemini season. For North Node. And for Fortune. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. So that Gemini season will be happening in your second house of resources, finances, self-worth, investments. So interesting to know that, and that's a very Taurus house. That's the natural house ruled by Taurus. So this reading is for Gemini season for you, Taurus, and I feel like it's making sense already, because Uranus just left your sign and shifted into Gemini recently. And Uranus in your sign was like shaking up your whole sense of stability. Everything you thought was going to last forever was put in question. And you had to rethink everything, and you had to probably also um, think about like how your sense of stability, your finances in general, like how you gain money, how you view stability, and like what have you outgrown. So probably during that, especially the end of 2025, you probably had a lot of those revelations about what you've outgrown. And now that in April, now that Uranus moved out of your sign and entered Gemini, now like you have the ability to build once more, but now with a much more solid foundation. And I feel like this month is going to be a little bit about everything for you, but like the big lesson I feel is going to be letting go and detachment. And we got the Ace of Swords here, the tarot card accompanying Libra. And Libra is the card that deal with partnerships. So it's telling me right away that there will be one or more relationship partnerships that you don't see clearly. And Gemini season is going to bring you more clarity. So I would like, if you have important decisions to make towards partnerships and relationships, I would wait until the end of Gemini season, so closer to June 21st, in order to gain clarity, because I feel like the whole Gemini season is going to bring you a lot more clarity about things that you don't see, or situations that you've been into for a long time that you were not questioning because it was part of your emotional sense of stability that we all need. But now that you have shifted many things in your life with Uranus in your sign, now like your guides are saying, like, now you're ready to look at that specific relationship or that dynamic that no longer works. But it's like there's something that you don't see yet. Or maybe you thought that you couldn't really get out of that partnership or that agreement. Libra also rule agreement. It rules also legal situations. So there's something that maybe you thought you were a prisoner of, but you're not really. And now it's just a matter of like removing the blindfold in order to see clearly what mental blockages you had and why did you stay in that agreement, legal situation, relationship, partnership, even though like you felt like you were a prisoner. So this will kind of unfold throughout Gemini season. And I see something that's going to be leaving your experience connected to that. So a situation that you've outgrown, that you felt like you were maybe a slave is the word that I'm hearing, and it's pretty strong, but that's kind of what I'm getting here intuitively. It's like a situation that you felt like you had to deal with because you had no other choice, so you didn't put that into question. Now Gemini season is bringing that to your awareness, and yes, it will challenge your sense of security. Gemini season is transiting your second house of finances, resources, so it's tied to a partnership but also tied to some form of revenue for many of you. So a situation is about to leave, and I love the fact that we have like a really interesting paradigm or dichotomy here. The Death card is like something is ending, but yet we have the North Node card, like because it was some kind of burden or weight that you were carrying in your energetic field, and now it's like Gemini season, you're finally ready to remove that. And also, like, let's just talk about, if you've watched my other video about the astrology, or if you didn't, I highly encourage you to check that out, because Uranus will be so much emphasized during this Gemini season, and it calls for like drastic shifts. And Uranus is the planet of separation, is the planet of Like, let's say, for example, someone might have stayed in a marriage for like real maybe too long, and that when Uranus is activated in their chart or in the sky, it's like, oh, all of a sudden they break the chains, and they were like, why did I stay so long in that relationship where I wasn't really unhappy and I didn't feel free? So it's kind of something that a situation that was preventing you from feeling free is leaving your experience during Gemini season, but it's really allowing you, and look at like how like the snake is like journeying in my like, at least in the way that I'm envisioning it, towards the light, towards the highest part of the card. And the North Node is like your soul is ready to evolve to something that is going to propel it forward to a new experience. So this is really big, Taurus, and especially because Taurus is, you need so much stability that you move very slowly in life. So, and it's part of your beauty, it's part of your magic. So when something is ending for Taurus, it's really ending, because you might have like stayed in situation for way too long that because you really wanted to make sure that you were taking the right decision. And it says here that there will be a huge change. Your fate is changing, the timeline is shifting, and we have the Knight of Cups. So it's bringing in a new experience that will make your heart happy. So for some, it's going to be a relationship. Someone else is coming. For some other, it could be a passion project. The cups are anything that are connected to your sense of joy, to your emotional fulfillment, to love, to passion. So something else is coming in that you were not in a frequency alignment before to see or to experience. But now that you've gone through like this big shift that seems to be tied to a relationship or a partnership or an agreement or a legal situation, now it's allowing you to move forward and really change. Let's pull another one. It's going to be result. Yeah. I said what's going to be the result of that, and we have the King of Cups. So an opportunity that to make your heart happy is coming, because now you're in a frequency match. Now that you've let go of that burden, you're in a frequency match to experience that. And it's going to lead to maximum emotional fulfillment. For a lot of Tauruses, it's going to be a relationship. For some others, it's going to be something that you really love doing. And you have an opportunity. For some, it could be a business also, like something you really enjoy doing. And now you have an opportunity to do more of it. Yeah. So this is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, do make sure you give it a like. It really helps me. And it's my love language here on the channel, the likes and the subscribe. So thank you so much for being here. I wish you a beautiful Gemini season full of positive breakthroughs, joy, and I hope it brought you some guidance. Let me know in the comments down below how you resonated with that reading. Sending you so much love. So now we're going to talk about the star of the show, Gemini. So this reading is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's look at your cards for Gemini season. So Gemini, for Gemini season, what's going to manifest? Okay, we got 3 cards already, so I'm not going to discuss with the universe. So those are going to be your cards, or argue rather. Okay, so we got Mary Magdalene. Your guides are helping, share your voice, and it's connected to Jupiter. And then we have Pachamama, Mother Earth is supporting you, and New Moon, possibilities are endless. And I want also to pull tarot cards. Oh, I love that. The Sun card is out. So one for Pachamama, please. For Geminis. For Gemini season. Okay. Okay. Geminis. First of all, a very happy solar return to all the Gemini suns that are watching this reading. This will be a very pivotal solar return or birthday for you guys. Since Uranus is just entered your sign, so it really calls in, especially for the Gemini suns that are born at the beginning of the Gemini season, so close to May 20th, especially because you're going to have Uranus right on your sun. But all the Geminis are going to experience a really life-changing Gemini season. So let's start here. So we've got, what I love about that is that we got a lot of help from your guides. It says your guides are helping, and we had the Sun card here. It's bringing, your guides are really helping to bring a lot more happiness and joy into your experience. Wow. I love that for you guys. It's saying that a lot of tough times are old stories. That is the words that I'm hearing. Now your guides are really helping in order to bring a lot more light. And it's saying that you Geminis have like a very particular frequency and light that the world need. And you're gonna really have to shine that light. And your guides are helping in bringing in a lot more positive experiences for you in order to help you reveal that light. Because that light that you have is meant to guide a lot of people, is what I'm hearing. And for a lot of you watching, I feel like there were probably some events that happened prior to now that have constricted your light in some way. And now your guides are saying like, it's time. It's time. And interesting that we have the sun, and if you're a Gemini sun, it's going to be your solar return. So the sun in the sky is going to come back to your natal position where it was in the sky when you were born. So it's like a celebration. Yeah, the universe is getting you ready for some sort of celebration. And it's saying like this year is going to bring a lot of your wishes, and especially those that are connected with Jupiter. So traveling, dealing with foreigners, relocating, international affairs, anything that deals with the international, with foreigners, with moving abroad, with traveling, it's going to bring a lot of very positive manifestations. Woo! And then let's look at this here. So, yeah. Oh, I feel like for some Geminis, you could be like going back and forth between two places, because we have the Pachamama, which is the Earth card, which like where you're going to be grounded and like having the support of Mother Earth, and like having like big energetic upgrades depending on where you are located in the world. So for some, it's going to be traveling. For others, it could be, I could be seeing someone like moving back and forth to two places here. And two places seem to be very important. And Gemini is the double sign also, you know, it's the twins. So it's like you're going to go back and forth between two places. And for some others, it could also be a message of there's going to be two projects that you're going to handle at the same time, especially during Gemini season, or it's going to be the start of that rather. And if the message of like having two places or moving between two places or traveling, you're going to start that during that Gemini season. But just make sure that you like ground yourself in those two places, even though like you might feel like you're not rooted in one particular place. Just bring that to your consciousness, your awareness that you have roots in two different places. And then the Three of Pentacles with new moon, I see a lot of new projects for you, Geminis, and I feel like it's going to be an exciting month where you have the opportunity to collaborate with one or two people on at least one new different project. And I want to say also, like, the other message that I have, don't make it more than 3 projects, new projects, during Gemini season, because Gemini has this tendency of scattering themselves sometimes into too many things. And if you're a Gemini sun, you know what I mean. Or even moon and rising, same struggle. So here, but what I love is that, and also we have a new moon in your sign in Gemini during that Gemini season. So I would definitely look at the other video that I did for the astrology to get also the information about the date, the energy of the specific new moon. But I feel like the new moon in Gemini will be very important for you, and you're gonna have the opportunity to start a project in collaboration with other people. And let's pull one more here. What's going to be the result of that? Those seeds that are going to be planted, because, wow, okay. So bring you more balance, bring a lot of healing, but also it's going to be good for communication. Social media, temperance is a very communicative energy, but it brings a lot of balance, softness, a healing energy. So it's like, but I'm not saying that it will be a success right away because the seeds are being planted now, but it's a major arcana. So something big is going to come out of this project, especially at communications, if it relates to communication, or leisure for some also. It could be something that brings you a lot more, like, removes a lot of stress and allows you to be in the flow with money, with energy, with communication. But you're creating a lot of good karma here. So this is what I have for you, Geminis. I hope you appreciated that reading. And if you did, do make sure you give it a like. And also let me know in the comments down below if you resonate, what's going on. If you want to comment anything, I'll be happy to read what you have to say. And I'm wishing you a beautiful solar return if it's your sun in Gemini. Beautiful Gemini season for all of the other sort of Gemini. And I'm sending you all my love. Now, for Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, let's look at Gemini season for you guys, Cancer. We're going to pull 3 cards. Ooh. So we have Suvana Matcha. Love that unites difference. Believe in the impossible. So for Cancer, sun, moon, or rising for Gemini season, please. Ooh, we got the Taurus card. And then a 3rd card, please, for Cancer, for Gemini season. Okay, and then we got the Leo card, and then I'm going to pull tarot cards to go over those cards, and then we're going to talk about those cards. So one for Suvana Matcha. Oh. I said 1, but 2 came out, so we're going to take 2. And then 1 for Taurus. And then 1 for Leo. Okay. A lot of intense energies here, Cancer. So Cancer, and interesting because for Cancer, Gemini season activates your 12th house of karma, of past lives, of endings, of spirituality, psychic gifts, all that stuff. But I see a lot of karma being activated for you during that Gemini season. Okay, let's start here with Suvana Mancha. So it says, love that unites differences, believe in the impossible. And then we got the Eight of Swords, and the Death card. So definitely I see a situation, a karmic situation that is ending. And Neptune is also the ruler of the natural ruler of the 12th house. So I see like something that kept you prisoner of a situation that is finally leaving your experience, and now you have clarity about how maybe helpless you felt, or stuck is the word, stuck you felt in that situation. And now like you're really moving forward, you're letting something go. Either like it can be for some like a relationship dynamic of being the savior, or of other people helping you and feeling helpless. But there's this kind of dynamic that is ending for you, Cancer. Maybe you're done saving everyone, and it's all being done in the frequency of love, with love that unites differences. But it's mostly like self-love is what I'm hearing, because like now you have enough self-love in order to not play that same dynamic that is not good for you, hurtful. Then if we look at the Taurus card and the Queen of Swords, I love that. I feel like good news, good financial news are coming for you, Cancer. I think you did your homeworks regarding your finances. And like we were just in Taurus season. So Taurus season is usually when we're thinking a lot about money, about finances, about resources in general. So we have like decisions to make, or let's say we're working on our taxes or whatever. But the theme of like financial security, material security comes up a lot. And if you did your homework well, which I think is the case here with the Queen of Swords, then you have more clarity about what you have, what is it possible for you to do. And now I feel like because you've been responsible with your material security, I feel like you get good news coming in. So do expect that, which I think is going to be great. And I would look also at the other video that I did with the specific dates for the astrology of Gemini season, because I'm talking about the Jupiter-Venus conjunction there on June 9th, and I feel like it's going to be really positive for you watching this reading, especially with that good news, good financial news here. I feel like a lot of you are waiting for an answer regarding finances, banks, loans, mortgage. Or if you're not waiting for news, then you're just going to have like good news coming for you. Okay, and then the other one, I was sort of mystified by it at first, but now I get the message that it's like you need to allow yourself to have fun. Like Leo is all about playing games, having fun, shining, expressing yourself in a creative way, dancing, singing, theater, acting. And we have the devil, so it's like you didn't allow yourself to really go there because maybe you were afraid of falling into excess. But now it's saying like have a little fun during Gemini season. Do things that you usually don't do. Can we have another card for that, please? Leo and the devil. Okay. And it's interesting. It's like the other card, the opposing sign of Leo is Aquarius. So we got the polarity here. Um, yeah, it's saying like you were kind of playing it to what's the word? I forget the expression, but you were too quiet. And now it's saying like don't care about like what people are gonna think about you. Just do you. And like the devil can be of course like a of course a negative card or a bad card, but with Leo and Aquarius I don't see it as a bad influence. I see it more in Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is in Aquarius. So we got this very Plutonian energy here of like falling into excess, passion. And I feel like it's telling you to not be scared of whatever people are going to think about you. Like you have an ability and you have like an opportunity during Gemini season to do something that you love and that you're passionate about and that will bring you passion. For some of you, it's going to be a lover. For some of you, it's going to be a passion project. For others, it's going to be a hobby, or just like going out and partying with friends. But it's going to be some kind of medicine for you. And I feel like you have to not care about what society or people are going to think. And of course, like with the devil card, there's always this danger of falling into too much or excess. So don't go into that, of course. Be moderate in the way that you have fun, the way that you express your wildness, your passion side. But I feel like it's what's needed of you right now. Another card for that message. Okay. And I feel like with the Chariot, it's going to give you this new zest for life. So there's something that you need to express creatively, or just go out and have fun, dance, sing, love, do something passionate that will allow you to get like a new sense of direction, a new zest for life is what I'm hearing here, Cancer. And letting go also of like the fear of judgment is a big one. And interesting, this is the Cancer card, the Chariot. So Cancer, I feel like you've been on hold for a while. I don't know why, but I feel like you've had a lot of like heavy energies that you needed to shed. And this is like this last part of the reading is going to happen through fun, through feeling passion, joy again, whatever that means for you. So this is what I have for you, Cancer, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you did, don't forget to give me a like. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Gemini season full of lucky opportunity and financial abundance and joy and passion and love. And sending you all my love. So now let's talk about Leo. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, let's look at the Gemini season, especially for Leos. What's going to be manifested for Leos, Sun, Moon, or Rising for Gemini season, please. Okay, starting strong. Isis. It says initiation threshold, use your healing power. So for Leo. Okay. And then the Aries card for Leos for Gemini season. Okay. And then let's look at the tarot cards and then we'll talk about the cards. Aries. And then, okay, Leo. So, Leos. Leo's sun, moon, or rising. This is for your reading for Gemini season. So let's start here. So I feel like you're currently in an energy of, and Isis is associated here on that card with Chiron, which is the wounded healer. So usually when it comes in and it talks about an initiation threshold, which is oftentimes like a difficult experience that is really testing our strength, and by testing ourselves and our strength, it's unlocking a lot of healing and allowing us to surpass some kind of karmic situation. So I feel like for a lot of Leos, this is what's currently in your energetic field, and this is the card of like conflicts, battles. It could be a legal battle. It could be not seeing eye to eye with certain people, or having a lot of fights, conflicts. So those are not over yet, I'm gonna say, for Leo sun, moon, or rising. But it's like, what's important here? Let's pull another card for that, for the Five of Wands. Okay. So it's ending at the beginning, or during, rather. I'm gonna put them all here. Let's hope it fits. It's ending. Like those, if you're in a legal battle, if you're in a lot of conflictual situations, relationships, it's ending in Gemini season, is the message. It's allowing you to bring forward forgiveness, which is the energy of the Page of Cups, and there will be an attempt of resolution and of this situation. And again, like Isis is associated with healing. So having gone through an initiation threshold, like a difficult experience, but that allows you to embody even more of your soul qualities, strength, forgiveness, compassion, wisdom. And the Six of Swords is talking about moving away from troubled waters. So we're moving away from difficult situation at the beginning. Well, let's hope it's at the beginning, but during Gemini season, we're really moving away from that. And I'm sure it's going to be good news for you, Leos. And then Leos, I love that, that mix. And then we have the Aries card, which is all about build your empire, take action, assert yourself. Let's pull another one for that moon card. What's the message here with the moon card? Another cup card. Okay, so there's going to be an opportunity for you, Leos, to put effort in something that's going to bring you a lot more emotional fulfillment. For a lot with the moon card, it can talk about a home, a living situation, your personal life, your personal bubble at home. And it's saying that it's going to bring you a lot more stability, joy, love, fulfillment. But it's important that you invest your energy into that, because it says like during Gemini season, Leos, you're really building your empire with the Aries card. Like you're having a new start somewhere. It could be like a new place. It could be feeling a new sense of home, new roots that are kind of growing somewhere. Or maybe you're not moving, you're not changing anything in your place of living, but like the energy of feeling safe and secure and feeling emotionally connected to a place, to your home, is changing. And there's an opportunity also that comes in to bring even more of that love. So there could be someone coming to live with you, or you could be going to live with someone, or there could be a new family member for some, or a new pet, or a new place, or a new decor, but you're bringing more love into a living situation here. And with Aries, it's the first zodiac sign. So it's like we're beginning something anew, and we're really creating new stable foundations for the moon card, which is feeling safe where we are. I love that. And then here we got like a big karmic chapter that is ending in Gemini season. Wow. But it doesn't feel heavy because we have the Page of Wands card. It brings a lot more of that creativity, motivation, fire towards life. It's like you find your passion again. The message I have for a lot of you is that a situation that was connected with past lives was kind of holding you back when it comes to love, passion, relationships, and even business. So this is a general reading, so take the one that fits the most to your situation, or that resonates the most rather. But it feels like something that was connected to past lives is now ending during Gemini season, and it's liberating a lot of like your fire. And you have a lot, Leos. But it felt like you were almost cursed, and now it feels like you have a potential for a new start, feeling more passionate about the situation, about someone, about a project, about your life in general. So, and it's like things are turning in your favor with the Page of Wands. And like also the universe favors bold action at this time. So be the Leo that you are and take risks. Don't be afraid to make moves, take risks regarding that situation that is closing out, because you're gonna find a lot more of that power and that fire within you. Wow. So this is what I have for Leos. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this reading, if you resonate, if you like this new format, and do make sure you give it a like if you did enjoy it. And I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a beautiful breakthrough month, Leos, full of abundance of money, love, positivity, prosperity. All right. Now, Virgos. So this is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Virgos, let's look at the energies. What's going to be unfolding for you during Gemini season? What's going to unfold for Virgos for Gemini season? Well, of course, the South Node is in the very last degree, well, the very first and last degrees of Virgo. So that makes sense. What's going to happen for Virgos for Gemini season? Okay. What's going to happen for Virgos for Gemini season? Okay, and I'm going to pull tarot cards, and then we're going to talk about those cards. For South Node, please. So it says, let go of the past. Oh, I have way too many, but we're going to take two that flipped over. Okay. 10 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups. So one for the Rose, please. Okay. And one for Pisces. Again, we have two. Okay. Wow, Virgo. Okay, what a pivotal month. But of course, Uranus is in Gemini, so it's in a very important house for you. So that makes sense. It's in your 10th house of career, of public reputation, and Uranus will be very much activated throughout this Gemini season. So Uranus is a planet of change, big breakthroughs, sudden shifts, downloads, even separation. Okay, so let's start here. So I'm not surprised to see the South Node card since we're talking about Virgos. And I know Virgos, you had your fair share of South Node energy, which is all about endings, karmic chapters, difficult situations that sort of like alchemizes the energy in order to spiritualize it. But it first comes with like difficult type of situation or just letting go. And we know that letting go is not easy. It calls for emotional detachment. So you probably had to sacrifice, well, all Virgos had to sacrifice something in the last year since the South Node was in Virgo. So it's an energy of letting go, sacrifice, and spirituality to find a higher level of consciousness. And I feel like a lot of Virgos had to sacrifice like stability, like financial stability. So it felt like very unstable. And now it's like the universe is like, because, yeah, okay. The universe wanted you to build on more solid ground, and anything that was not fully aligned to the next step of your purpose, life mission, had to fall away before you were allowed to build again, before financial abundance could come in again. And so you felt probably like naked, bare, like you had nothing to offer, or like whatever you built was kind of being shattered. But it's like you found, and you are finding also in Gemini season, a new direction. And for some, you could also talk about physically moving, going to a place, either traveling, relocating, going to a place where it allows you to feel emotionally fulfilled, that you really feel like you belong. And like you're leaving an old chapter behind during Gemini season, but it's something that already started, but it's like the culmination of that, of a situation that was feeling unstable, you were feeling sad, you had to let go of something. Grief also, I'm thinking. Maybe you had like a very successful business, for instance, and now you felt like everything was falling apart. It could be a relationship, it can be a home, it could be your financial situation. Something had to be left behind because like the universe wanted you to first be aligned with your true sense of purpose and your heart before you were allowed to build, is the message that I'm getting. And in July, so I believe this will be in Cancer season, but if I'm not mistaken, at the end of July, the South Node exits Virgo. So this process is at its end of like the shedding, the letting go. And also it talks about like maybe in the past you built your confidence upon certain outside things, which is not bad, like we all do it. Your status, your public status, your financial status, like your job, your community, your friends, your relationship, your family, so whatever. And like there was like a letting go. Some part of that had to fall away because so there is like this ego death that's happening for Virgos. And well, South Node in Virgo for about a year, it's a transit for ego death, especially if your sun is there. So that's a process that is ending this summer. I wouldn't say necessarily during Gemini season, but it's saying that you're starting to feel more of the joy, less of the letting go. Because here, look at that, we're moving into a lot more beautiful, loving energy. The rose is one of the most beautiful cards of the whole deck. It's like one of the last cards, and like the frequencies are really high when we get towards like the last cards of the deck. And the rose is all about like the frequency of love, but in a very like 5D kind of way. So love is radiated around you. So in Gemini season, there is a lot of love for Virgos. For some, it's going to be a loving relationship. For a lot of Virgos, I feel like it's going to be a relationship because we have the Rose and the King of Cups. And for other Virgos, it's going to feel like, well, for all the Virgos, it's going to start from yourself. You're going to feel a lot more self-love because you're no longer attached to those outside things that used to give you this sense of confidence. Now, like you've detached from it. So at some point, you probably felt like you were worthless. At some point of the South Node in Virgo in the last year, you're like, I have nothing anymore. Like, I don't even know where I'm going. But now it's like you're cracked open and it allows like the high frequencies of love to come through. And you're rediscovering this sense of inner joy, inner peace, inner love, but not because of what you can achieve, not because of what you have, not because how people perceive you. Now it's like you're feeling truly worthy from inside out. And that will manifest a lot of really joyful situations. And for a lot of Virgos, it's going to be love relationships. I love that. For others, it's going to be also like professional. You're going to feel like very, very in the right place about what you're doing, but it starts from within. And then we have the other letting go cards. We got the Pisces cards, which heal, channel, create, the Hangman, and Three of Wands. So I see definitely like a slowing down the pace during Gemini season for Virgos. Even though it's going to be transiting your 10th house of career, I feel like you have to kind of pause to get like a new perspective. You're going to channel, and Uranus is going to be in your 10th house. So Uranus is a planet of downloads. You're going to receive a lot of downloads about what the universe and your guides want you to do for this next part of your life mission. So take the time to pause, take a detour, to hang yourself upside down in order to get this enlightenment, those messages. There's going to be a lot of downloads that your guides want to send to you. And then you're going to be able to plan, but do wait for clarity. For it could be through meditation, yoga, especially meditation. I feel in doing it in a conscious way that like you want to connect with your guides, you're going to receive a lot of downloads, especially for your career and life mission. And then there will be doors opening, new opportunities opening up for you Virgos, and you're going to be able to plan ahead and see what's up. Like you see the little guy here is like standing on a hill, and like he's able to have like a bigger perspective of things. This is what's going to happen. It's like you were too stuck in the doing on the ground, and now like you're gonna have a much more elevated perspective of what's coming. That's gonna make you feel like prepared for this next phase of your life, because you're gonna receive lots of download. It will be like a very mystical Gemini season for you Virgos. but beautiful one. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious to see how many Virgos resonated with that reading. And if you did enjoy it, do make sure you give it a like. I'm trying out a new format, so let me know if you like it. And also do check out the other astrology video about Gemini season. I give you all the important dates and the details about it. Sending you all my love, beautiful Virgos. So now let's talk about Libras. So what's going to be manifested for Libras for Gemini season? What's going to manifest for Libras for Gemini season? Okay. So we got our 3 cards. So this is Taurus, Pisces, and Venus, and then we're going to pull tarot cards and talk about the predictions for Libras. So first one for Taurus. Okay, 2 wanted to come out, so 2 it is. 1 for Pisces. And 1 for Venus. Okay. Okay, Libras. So, Libras. Well, first of all, I love this energy for you. I feel like overall, it's very balanced, very Libra-like. And right away, I see, you know, like your ruling planet Venus is here. So there's a lot of beauty, love, harmony, balance. And Venus, the other sign where it's at home other than Libra, is Taurus. So we have a very Venusian month for you guys, for you Libras. And Gemini is a fellow air sign. So I feel like you're feeling very comfortable this month in your energy. You're feeling very yourself, very Venusian. So here, let's start here. Okay, so Libras, I feel like for a lot of you, there's a new opportunity coming in to make more revenue. Like it could be for some like a new job or a new proposition or just new tasks in your work, and you're not really excited about it. As you can see, like he's pouting. He's very focused on his 3 cups, and like the 4th cup is coming from left field, and he's like, nope, I want my 3 cups. So there's an opportunity, but since like the universe wanted us to have a second card here, it's telling us that there's an opportunity that you may overlook, but that shouldn't be overlooked. So right away, this is a message when it comes to finances. So there's an opportunity that will be presented to you during Gemini season that your first instinct will be to say, no, thank you. But then you should probably look at it again because it could bring really good opportunities, but in the future. So it's something maybe you see like now it has no value for you, but it says here that in the future it will. So something to think about here. The other message here for Libras is we have the Pisces card and the 6 of Pentacles. So this is a very karmic month in terms that like there's something karmic that is coming back to you. Like you've created good karma in the past, or maybe you gave money to someone, you helped someone out in some kind of way. And it's saying that in Gemini season, it will come back to you in some shape or form. We don't know exactly which one, but we know it's coming back. So that's really good. And also it's calling for a lot of healing towards specific relationships to rebalance. And we know that Libra is a sign of relationship. It's a sign of balance. And it says that there will be lots of opportunities to rebalance and heal relationship dynamics throughout Gemini season. And things will feel fair again, is the words that I'm hearing. Okay, and then the last message is really interesting. So we have Venus, a miracle wants to be created, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Libras, for some, it's going to be you're starting a new business or a new agreement, which is Venus, or a new relationship. Something is changing. Like with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like expect the unexpected. And then we have Uranus right now in Gemini during Gemini season. And so I feel like things are shifting, like shifting towards like a lot more beauty. And like I feel like again it's talking about finances for a lot of you guys. I feel like your financial situation is turning for the better. Let's hope. Let's pull another one. Yes, for the better. Confirmation. Okay, so there will be an opportunity for you to start something new and completely shift the energy. Okay, so of course it's a general reading. So for some of you, it can be a new business project. For a lot of you, I feel like it's going to be connected to business because we have the Ace of Wands that's there. For some of you, it's going to be a new investment. It could be any kind of investment, property, you're buying a car, you're investing. Okay, let's say investing. It could be money, time, energy into something new that will ask a lot of energy to begin with, but then it's helping shift everything. So some of you, it's going to be related to the international, to foreign places, to moving, because also the Wheel of Fortune can be traveling, moving. It could be also you're buying a place abroad or you're investing abroad, or but definitely there will be a really good opportunity that feels very exciting. And it might also be connected with what we were talking about at the beginning, like an idea is being presented to you to make more revenue or to better your financial circumstances, and you're like, meh. But then either it's that idea or maybe it opens up a new portal, a new door, or a new idea, and then something is really exciting. Something feels like you're planting the seeds. And I think it could also be connected to the new moon in Gemini. So do watch the other video to have all the astrology details that I produced with all the important dates. Also, we have a Venus-Jupiter conjunction on June 9th, which I talk about in that video. And I feel like it's connected, either the Venus-Jupiter conjunction or the new moon in Gemini, but something is shifting for you Libras. And it feels very, very positive, and it's going to bring financial abundance, but not now. For more for the future, you're building new connection, new agreements, new structures. And lastly, for a minority, but I'm just going to mention it, but it could also be connected to birthing, like getting pregnant, or having a new creation or a new business. So this is what I have for you guys for Libras. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, if you like this new format, if it resonated. I would love to know what you think. And also, if you did enjoy it, do make sure you give it a like. It's going to tell me that I'm going to continue with those monthly readings for the 12 zodiac signs. I'm sending you all my love. Have a beautiful Gemini season full of positive financial opportunities and beautiful blessings. Okay, let's talk about Scorpio. So for Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, let's see what Gemini season holds for you. So for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, we have the Aquarius card to start with. Okay, wow. And then the Star card, nonetheless. And then another card for Scorpio. And then Pachamama. And then we're going to pull tarot cards and then we'll talk all about those cards together. So one card for Aquarius, please, for Scorpio. Okay, I wanted one, but I have two, so I'll take two. Okay. One for the Star card, please. Again, I have two. Let's put them here. And a card for Pachamama. Okay, Scorpios. So let's look at the month ahead for you for Gemini season. Okay, so first of all, I feel like a commitment is ending for you Scorpios. The Hierophant card, usually it's a card of like committing to something, can feel like marriage. It could be a business marriage, but we have the Ten of Wands first. So it's like you've outgrown a certain chapter of your professional life or a certain commitment that used to be very burdensome. Is that a word? Hope so. And now you are ready to up level. So you're letting go of something that was feeling maybe too stressful, too many responsibilities. But like you're not the type to let go of people easily. So when you're doing it and like this is like your present energy, it's because like you've weighed in the pros and the cons and like you're really sure that it's ending, and this is confirmation. And we have the Aquarius card, and Aquarius, and right now Pluto, your planet, is in Aquarius, so it's like, yeah, you've outgrown a certain situation. And Aquarius can also be a sign of separation, of like sudden shifts of energy where you're like, I've dragged the situation for way too long with that professional relationship or whatever. But like you're letting go of a commitment that used to be very heavy. And like the energy is still there for the beginning of Gemini season. But like this is the end because we have the Ten of Wands to start with. And the Aquarius season, not season, Aquarius card rather, telling us that you are really shifting the energy because like now you're sure that you're doing the right move, and also your guides are helping with the Hierophant card. You're being protected with that chapter that is ending. And then Scorpios, we have the most beautiful card of the whole deck, which is number 44, the Star, and it says wishes fulfilled. So whenever we have this card, we know it's going to be a good month. But you know what's interesting in your case, and maybe it's because you're a Scorpio, so everything has to be very intense. But we have the Ten of Swords also connected to the Star card. So it's really talking about like how you're juggling endings and new beginnings at the same time. And I feel like it was also the energy of the past month because we also had the full moon in your sign in Scorpio, which was super intense for most of us. I'm sure it was for you too. Full moon is already very emotional. Scorpio, it's very usually intense emotionally speaking. Like the shadows are coming to light. Everything that we've tried to hide away, repress is now coming to light, and usually it's a lot of not cool stuff. So you were made aware by the universe that some things had ran their course, in your life. And now, like, you are in Gemini season in a process of really letting them go, but also to finding your new path. And here, like, it talks about like a professional or more of a practical chapter that is ending. For a lot of you, it's going to be professional, a professional relationship, professional commitment that is ending. But here is like a much more mental one. It's like you are going through like an ego death, but not in a very heavy scorpionic sense that you might think that I'm talking about, because we have the star. So it's like you're being rebirthed. So is that even a word? You're having a rebirth during Gemini season. But you're letting go of a part of yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like that part of yourself that was like, what's the worst that could happen? That was kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Everything that was like something negative happening. And you're letting go of like an old frequency version of yourself during Gemini season. And like, it's like, I see like almost like a physical body that's underground, and like another that's like emerging from that body on the ground, that's like made of light, you know, like the 3D version of you is dying while the 5D of you is starting to live basically. And now you're finding like really new ways to go about work, to go about traveling, to go about doing things in general, because you've let go of that more negative, more 3D based like version of you. And we got 2 10s, so this is not like a little month. This is a big one for you guys, for Scorpios. And the star card is like, whatever, it's going to be a big process, but bringing so many blessings. And I don't feel, I could be wrong, but I don't feel like you're gonna see the full spectrum of those blessings during Gemini season. But I feel like the universe is going to give you just enough like golden pieces in order for you to not despair. But like the blessings are gonna be unfolding, especially this summer. So Gemini season is going to be the beginning of the light. And then you're gonna see them even, whoops, sorry about that, even later. Because then we have the 4 of Cups. It's like an opportunity that's presented to you, or a missed opportunity. And then Mother Earth is supporting you. So I feel like a lot of you are coming back to some kind of missed opportunity from the past. And now you're ready. Oh, that's the message. Now you're ready for this opportunity to build lasting abundance and connection to the earth and to its blessing. Because before, like, the frequency wasn't right, or you didn't have the right partnerships, the right agreements, the right people around you. But now you do. So Gemini season is going to be the start of going back to a missed opportunity from the past. Because you were not in the right frequency, you were not ready, but now you are. So it could be relocating, traveling for some. It could be business-based. It's an opportunity that almost like felt too good to be true, but it, like, the timing wasn't right, the frequency wasn't right, and now it is. And like the specific places where you're going to be guided are going to be activating you, and you are protected by Mother Earth. I feel lots of grounding will be necessary, especially for you Scorpios, because like so many things are going to be happening on the energetic side of things for you guys, that it's reminding us to ground, like walk barefoot if you can, connect to Mother Earth in all the ways that you can, with her abundance, her beauty, fresh flowers, plants, all that stuff, gardening. Connect with her the more you can, because it's going to really help this rebirth process that's being done like in the most seamless, easy way possible, because you're letting a lot of old baggage go, especially karmic one. But star card, like, we can't go wrong with that, Scorpios. And I love that for you guys. I think it's Gemini, you're planting this Gemini season, you're planting the seeds for a lot more abundance of positive things. Let me know if that resonated. Beautiful Scorpios, I love you and I'm sending you all my love. And if you did enjoy this reading, do make sure you leave your comments down below to let me know how you like this new format, if and I should keep doing it in the next seasons, in the next months. And also do make sure you give it a like and you are subscribed to the channel. This really helps me out. Thank you so much. And now let's talk about Sagittarius. So this one is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Whoa, right away. For Gemini season. I have the Taurus card. So for Sagittarius, what's going to be manifested for Sagittarius for Gemini season? It's going to be manifested for Saggies during Gemini season, please. Okay. We have a lot of repeating cards through the signs, but this one is the first time that it comes out, the full moon card. Wow! So I feel like right away it's talking about the full moon in your sign that we're going to have in Gemini season on the 31st of May. That will be very pivotal for you guys. So do make sure you watch the other video that I made about the astrology of Gemini season. I talk all about that, about the full moon, about the new moon, about the important dates, but especially look at the full moon. And then we're going to pull tarot cards and talk about the cards. So one for Taurus, please. One for full moon. And one for spring equinox. Okay. Okay. I love that. Okay, first of all, first message that I have for you guys here for Saggies is that the full moon will sort of be like a portal where everything shifts for you. Like there's going to be the before full moon and the after full moon. This is what I'm getting because, well, first we have Taurus, and we were prior to Gemini season into Taurus season. And we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like there was a lot of questioning, a lot of uncertainty about, especially about financial topics, about not feeling stable, not feeling abundant financially, or not having the answers that we need, not having the clear direction of where we need to invest our money, our time, our energy. So it's like it was a very difficult time because you were lacking grounding or uncertainty. And there were a lot of like things that you didn't know how to handle that are dealing with material security. And it's like you didn't have like the answers yet. But during the full moon in Sagittarius on the 31st of May, we have finally like a completion of energy. And it's saying the energy is now fertile. It's not saying now, but it's saying the energy is fertile. Receive abundance. So there is some form of abundance coming to you at the time of this full moon. And there's an opportunity that is being brought to you that you probably didn't see coming. Also because Uranus will be very much activated throughout Gemini season. So there's a lot of like things coming out from left field. And this full moon will be activating, what I'm feeling is that financial abundance, especially for Sagittarius. Like the being in the right receptive energy with the right people next to you, the right frequency, and maybe also like relaxing a little bit, enjoying time with friends, with like your partner, like doing things that make you feel like you're more in a joyful, receptive state. And then this is when you're going to receive like the answers, the support you need, the financial abundance, and something will be offered to you. Also, there could be like a romantic offer for some that's allowing you to complete a phase that makes things more tangible, is what I'm hearing. So for some Saggies, it could be like moving to the next level of commitment, or adding something, a layer to your romantic experience if you have a partner. If you are single, then there is this opportunity to meet someone new here. And if you are not single, it's like there's a layer that's being added. Like your partner is bringing some kind of element to make you feel more loved. So, but we have this receptive energy. Taurus is also receptive energy. So it's not by doing this month, Saggies. It's by being in the right frequency to receive. And another message also, last one here, I feel like some could be receiving apologies from a situation from the past that wasn't fair. And then now you're receiving like an apology of some kind. Okay, and let's end with this message, which is absolutely beautiful to finish the reading with. So see how like we've had some uncertainty, especially when it comes to financial topics. Then we're receiving answers, we're receiving support, blessings. And here with the card 33, Spring Equinox, we have the opportunity to manifest a brand new start, a brand new cycle. And we have the Ace of Swords. So it's like clarity, finally clarity. And for Saggies who have been waiting for a confirmation, for an answer, for like if you're going through like some sort of like, could be legal process or process with the bank or whatever, and that you were waiting, maybe connected with money probably. Now you're getting your answer, and now you have clarity, and like you have a lot more possibilities than you thought to manifest something new. And like now, like the possibilities are fully open. And it's like beautiful energy for manifestation. So I would highly also encourage you to look at the other video that I did about the astrology of Gemini season, because there is going to be this Venus-Jupiter conjunction that is beautiful for manifestation. And I feel for Sagittarius is going to be very, very magical. And it's like you're putting all the doubts, all the insecurities, all the uncertainties behind at the end of Gemini season. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to manifest. I decide that this is what I want in my life, and I'm creating it and I'm calling it. And I think this is absolutely beautiful. So you have like the green light that you've been waiting, and it turns out very positive. And now like you have the possibility to really start a new life, a new cycle. And you have a lot of free will in that, those decisions that you can make. One last message maybe. No, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think it's really magical, especially towards the end of Gemini season. Look at the conjunction Venus-Jupiter also. Well, Saggies, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If I should continue this new format every month for the 12 zodiac sign, let me know what you think. Let me know if it resonated. And also if it did, do make sure you give it a like to claim this reading. And I'm sending you all my love, and I wish you a beautiful month full of prosperity and all the answers that you need. All right. So now let's talk about Capricorn. So this is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the month of Gemini. So what's going to be manifested for our beautiful Capricorns for Gemini season? Okay, interesting. This is the first time we see this card. For Capricorns for Gemini season. Oh, this is the first time we see this one too. This is me. And then third card for Capricorn season. Not Capricorn season. For Capricorn for Gemini season. Oh, I have two. I'm gonna put the two. I'm gonna try to make them fit. This wasn't intended for a fourth card, but you know what? Let's make it work. An extra message for you guys, apparently. So one card for Sagittarius. Then we're gonna talk about all the cards. One for Inanna. Sorry. I feel like I want to sneeze so much. The allergies are crazy where I am right now. This is the first year I'm having so much. Okay. Woo. Okay, look at that. So that's why the universe wanted us to get a fourth card for you guys. Okay, I guess it works. So Capricorns for Gemini season. Let's start with the first message. So I see like a lot of like Capricorns here, like almost wanting to throw the towel. A little bit discouraged. It's like you've been asking your guides for a specific manifestation or clarity, and it's like it's not coming. And I feel like for a lot of you, it deals with career and financial abundance, and it's like for some reason you weren't receiving like what you were asking from your guides, and like you're trying a lot of things and it's like not working or not having like the result or the outcome that you wish. So it starts like you're here like with a bit of a disappointing energy. But keep on listening because it gets better. I promise. And here, and we're talking about Gemini season, and here we've got like the end of some tough times. Inanna card, or my card rather, is talking about a sacred quest begins to develop strength and courage. And oftentimes like this card shows up when there's like a battle or some kind of fight you have to carry. But it's like the Six of Swords is talking about moving away from troubled waters. It's like we're finally moving away from survival mode is what I'm hearing for you guys, for Capricorns. It's like you felt like you need to fight and to work really hard and to like not give up and to be in that survival mode all the time. And it's like now you're finally moving away to more peace, and there's a fight that you've been carrying that will be sort of smoothing in the background or just being left behind all at once. And that's because you're going to receive very positive news. For some, it could be an invitation to an event, to do something that you really love to do. For others, if you have been like involved in a legal situation, it could be an offer that's being presented to you for resolution. For some, it could be apologies. There's a communication coming in with an offer that allows for a lot of healing. And now you feel like suddenly you feel motivated all over again, because you felt like you had to work so hard and the things you were trying were not really working at your liking, to your liking. And now it's like finally something good is coming. So there's a communication, an important communication in Gemini season that is coming, that's allowing for a new start, and probably something that you didn't expect, but an invitation and an offer is coming for you, Capricorn. For some, it could also be professional. For a lot of you, I think it's going to be professional. An invitation to be part of something, could be a group, a conference, could be a lot of things, but something that you love to do. And it's like, now that you have this opportunity, like it changes your whole mood because like you were like pushing, working hard. And like you weren't seeing exactly the expected outcomes of everything that you've been putting forward. But now it's like, oh, I wasn't even looking in that direction, but this is coming. So this will feel very positive. And throughout Gemini season, we're having so many activation of Uranus, which is like unexpected things coming out from left field, opportunities to really up-level our experience of, I think this is going to be one of those. And then it ends on a really high note, Capricorn. So I hope you're excited. Like you have like throughout this invitation, this offer, you have like an opportunity to really shine your light even more. And Capricorns are meant to really be seen, really be out there in the world, like creating businesses, like talking to people, creating structures, being bosses, really like sort of like organizing the collective and the frequencies in order to move us forward. So that's kind of towards more like the end or the second part of Gemini season. Like finally you're getting back into your light. Finally you're yourself and you are at the peak of something. So there is a big success coming with probably like the invitation that you're having. Like for instance, I'm going to give like a random example. Maybe you're invited to a conference and that's not something like you were planning on to do, but you're like, yeah, whatever. And then it ends up being like a really big success. Not only does it give you like added confidence and you are stepping back into your identity, your light, but also like a lot of people see you. So I see like this high visibility for Capricorns in Gemini season, like connecting with even more like-minded people. Like there is definitely this community vibe to it, but also financial abundance and success and like being at the height of what you do. What is it that you are talented about? So especially like the end of Gemini season will be beautiful, a beautiful completion. And like it's like you're gonna feel like you're right where you were meant to be. So I love like how we're transitioning from a little heartbreak into like being at the zenith of your light. Love it. Beautiful Capricorns, I hope it gave you some guidance for the month ahead. If it did, do make sure you hit the like button, and also let me know in the comments down below if it resonated for you, and also if you like this new format and if I should keep doing those readings every month. Sending you so much love. Have a wonderful month full of success and shining your light. So now let's talk about Aquarius. So this is going to be for Aquarius, Moon, Rising, and Sun for Gemini season. So what's going to unfold for Aquarius for Gemini season, please? Okay. So right away we have 2 cards. I'm gonna take them all. And then let's pull another one. We got Isis, we got Selene, and then I got this one. So interesting because this lady over here on the left is an Aquarius. And I love her very much. She's very inspirational. Okay, so 1 card on Isis. Okay. 1 card on Selene. So 2 wanted to come out, so I'm taking 2. And then 1 on fall equinox. Okay. Beautiful Aquarians. So this is going to be your reading for the month comprised in May 20th until June 21st, so Gemini season for 1 month. First of all, it begins with some sort of like, do I want to say for some it's going to be an ending of some chapter because we have the 10 of Cups and we have initiation threshold, using your healing powers. So for a lot of you, like there is a decision that you made recently that's bringing you so much happiness. For some, it's the end of some chapter. It could be a professional chapter. It could be a particular home that you had. And right away, I want to say that Gemini season is a fellow air sign. So you're going to feel very comfortable and like very blessed throughout this season. And it's going to activate your 5th house of joy, children, fun, vacation, creativity. So right away, like what I see is that you're finally letting yourself experience happiness, more of a slow life during Gemini season. You're letting like the waters flow. We have the Temperance, we got the 8 of Cups. We need to slow down. Selene is the moon card. We got Chiron, moon, the fall equinox, which is all about like tending to your home, tending to your family, having like happy quality family time. And that brings a lot of healing. We got the Isis card, Chiron card, we got the Temperance. So a lot of you guys are walking away from some situation, or you made an important decision regarding your happiness, and it's bringing so much more happiness. This is definitely the right decision. I feel like the decision was made before Gemini season. And if it's not like a big decision, it's something that you're gonna decide for Gemini season to really invest in your family, your home, like the people that you love, like the people you consider your family are the moon associated energy people. But like we have the Fool. So definitely like you're leaving a situation. You're taking a risk. A lot of Aquarians could be relocating or changing homes, or deciding to, let's say, have another property or like move in between places. We got the Fool, we got the Temperance, Selene. I feel like, okay, for a lot of Aquarians, you took a risk and you decided to maybe work less, take more vacations this summer, or leave somewhere or go on a trip. And it's not usually something that you would do because you're very hardworking and very committed. But now you decided to commit to your own happiness. And it's bringing a lot of healing. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been in survival mode for so long. And now finally, you gave yourself the opportunity to have like a more slow life type of month where you can smell the grass, like, like look at this card, like they're just like happy looking at the landscape, the home, the kids are playing, we got the rainbow here, like this is full happiness energy. The moon card is associated with home, with family, with personal life, with slowing down. It could be a place of living. There is a change here. So for some of you, like I said, there could be a move, there could be a travel, there could be a relocation, or just the need to get out of the home and take vacations, change the energy. Temperance is change the energy. But you're allowing yourself to slow down during this month, and you're finding a lot more happiness as a result of that. This month will be so healing for you guys. I'm so happy for you. You need that. So if you're like, no, I could keep going, you can't. Okay, we got Isis, Chiron, we got the Temperance, we got the Fool, we got to slow down, we got the Eight of Cups. We're leaving a situation that is not bringing us fulfillment in order to go towards more emotional fulfillment, and we got the Ten of Cups. So you, during Gemini season, you have to really tend to your personal life, what gives you joy, what brings you happiness, and the people that are really close to you that you consider your family. Keep it small, because like whatever you do throughout Gemini season, you want everything that you do to be recharging your battery. Quality time with the people you love, slowing down, healing yourself, sleeping, and also reconnecting to your emotions, I'm hearing, because a lot of you were so busy that you didn't really take the time to do that. And now it's like, it's going to be a slow month, but so healing and so recharging. Like you will become a new person after that. Wow. I love that for you guys. I think it's so needed. And if you have been wanting to do that, but you felt guilty for taking vacations or slowing down, this is your confirmation from the universe. Let me know in the comments down below if that resonates. I hope it does. And let me know if you like this new format and if I should keep doing it. And also, if you did like it, do make sure you give it a like. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aquarians. And I'm sending you so much love, so much rejuvenation throughout Gemini energy. Gemini season, rather. Okay. So for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, let's look at the energies of Gemini season for you guys, my beautiful Pisces. So what are the energies for Pisces? Oh, starting with a bang, solar eclipse, fate and new beginning is brought to you. So for Gemini season, for Pisces. Okay. And then another card for, okay, interesting. And then we're going to pull one tarot card and then talk about the energies for you guys. So for Pisces. Okay. And then Capricorn. One card for Capricorn, please. Okay, so let's talk about your cards, beautiful Pisces. So first of all, as it is the case for most signs, there is a lot of letting go throughout Gemini season, and I think it's because Uranus is so much activated throughout the season. And by the way, if you haven't already, do check out the other astrology video that I put out for almost at the same time for Gemini season. I'm explaining all of the very, very potent energy that we're having. New moon, full moon, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction, everything that you need to know. But all that being said, there is a lot of letting go energy that I'm feeling throughout like all the 12 signs. And I feel like it's Uranus being so much activated. And Uranus brings in sudden change of direction, sudden shifts, but also closures and also separations. And it starts like you're leaving a situation that didn't feel, you felt like you were not welcomed, or you felt like maybe rejected, or someone didn't make you feel like valued. And so for some it could be, and of course this is a general reading, so take what resonates, but for some it could be a relationship, for some it could be a work, for some it could be a particular dynamic, situation, friendship, but something made you feel like you were unworthy or not enough. And it's like the universe is asking you to let that behind, because you're having a fated new beginning. You're having like a brand new start and a brand new opportunity to manifest something new. I just want, and this Uranus is falling in your 4th house. So changes of home and family. So for a lot of Pisces, I feel like some Pisces are moving. May not be, of course, it's not going to be everyone, but some are moving, because Uranus is also being super activated in your 4th house of home, place of living situation, family, the people closest to you. So maybe also like you were living somewhere that didn't make you feel like you were home. But there is like, don't despair, because there is this new beginning opening up, but it's requiring of you that you open your horizons to other also possibilities, solutions. And we definitely have someone walking away from a situation to gain a lot more emotional fulfillment, because the 8 of Cups is leading to the next card, which is the 9 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, wishes coming true. So for some, I see for some people and some Pisces, there could be a relocation, there could be the need to go on a journey, to begin a new journey. Some will be traveling with that Sagittarius card. Tap into higher consciousness, look out for synchronicities. This is kind of like highly fated what's coming up here for you. And I'm not surprised, because there will also be this activation of the nodes during Gemini season, which I talk about in the astrology video. But like whenever we have the nodes activated, it's like an eclipse-like energy. And we have like the solar eclipse here. Sagittarius, like your guides are really helping out here, and sending you synchronicities. For some, it's going to be a job that you're letting go. For some, it's going to be a place of living. But it's something that didn't make you feel quite valued. A situation didn't make you feel quite valued. And now, like, you have the opportunity to manifest something new. And with that message here, like, there is definitely a new professional chapter for Pisces opening up. And finally, I feel like at the end of Gemini season, there are a lot of karmic rewards coming to you. Like people are seeing your work. People are like, you're finally seeing the results of like all the work that you've put in. If you have clients, it could be clients that are coming to you. Like, you're becoming very popular. You're being seen even more. For some, it could be a new professional collaboration that is coming, a new professional offer to collaborate with a new business or someone new. And definitely, I feel more of this equity, or this like, I want to say like almost like on an equal foot or equal footing, but something feels more fair, something feel more like you feel appreciated for what you have to give, Pisces. And let's take a last one here. And again, the guides. So Mary Magdalene and the Sagittarius card are very much connected. For a lot of Pisces, like I feel like this is going to be professional, and your guides are really pushing to send you on a new chapter professionally to fulfill even more of your sense of purpose and like to be really aligned with your innate talents. And so whatever leaves your experience, it's because the universe is playing a big role this month, especially for you, Pisces. You're a very karmic sign to begin with, so you've had a lot of karmic experiences, relationships in this lifetime and in past lifetimes, but it's like the universe always plays a big role in any Pisces life and karma. And your guides are very present, especially now throughout Gemini season, and they want to bring back like your sense of purpose, your sense of fulfillment. And this is kind of what was lacking before, and maybe because you felt unappreciated. But now you have like this new offer, a new partnership, or new clients, and your guides are helping you in order to feel seen. And but also they're saying like you need to put in the work. Capricorn is like hard work and perseverance are paying off. But you're not some of you could also reap the rewards of your past work, but also it's like it's not over yet. Like you really need to show yourself. You have a message, you have like important wisdom to share with people. And it's like, don't give up. Don't give up, because there will be fairer opportunities that are really connected to your frequency and to your sense of purpose here. Through collaboration, through people helping you out, but you're gonna need to put in the work, definitely. And what I love about this reading is that your guides are helping so much. They are so present. So connect with them, because this month, this Gemini season will feel very, very fated. And you're going to receive a lot of synchronicities. Like if you hear the same words randomly throughout your day, or let's say, yeah, I feel like it's going to be mainly like words you're going to hear, like the same sentences, the same order of words. And then you're going to be like, why do I keep hearing the same words? Because Gemini, it's Gemini season. But there is going to be like the universe is opening up a brand new path for you to feel more recognized and valued. Wow, Pisces. So I hope that resonated. And if it did, do make sure you give this video a like. It will really help me out. And also, if you'd like to comment down below, I would love to read what you have to say. And also, if you like this new format, if I should keep doing those readings every month. So thank you so much. I wish you beautiful guidance that you're going to receive, Pisces, and a beautiful journey ahead with lots of love and sense of purpose. I love you, and I'll see you very soon.